Alberta-born country superstar Aaron Goodvin joining us right now. How's it going, Aaron?
It's so good. How are you?
Really, really good. So, Aaron, the last time that I talked to you, it was March of last year. It was we were talking about coronavirus. That's kind of what we called it. It was before the
Right.
whole world shut down. We didn't know what was to come. What have you been up to the last 15 months or so?
Oh man. I often joke it's like I wish I could get back on the road so I could get a break. For whatever reason, it's just been so much. It's been so busy for us. I mean, I sort of dove into a lot of online shows. I was able to create a fan club and get just so much closer with my fans that have followed me, faithfully since the beginning. And it's been so awesome to just be able to get to know them better. Kind of a blessing. I often wonder, I probably wouldn't have got to know them this good if it wasn't for COVID. So, in that way, it's been a really positive situation. Obviously, I've been dying to get back on stage. It's kind of why I do everything that I do. So it's, that part is very challenging, but been able to get through, and I've just been writing songs and just making new music, and just recently got into the studio to make some new music that we're really excited about. So
Yeah. So speaking of new music, you have a brand new song. Do you want to talk a little bit about this brand new song? And I understand that it's about a feeling that you got when you met your wife. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
yeah, I feel like I write about this feeling a lot. It's pretty life changing when I met Victoria, but and kind of set me on this whole other path in life, and it's been just so great to be able to see what happens next, and it's just such a great thing. But this song is song's called "Boy Like Me," and what I love so much about this song is that it's really hard to write a really great hook in an up tempo song. Typically it's sometimes it's just kind of a stream of consciousness thing that happens when you're in the writing room. But with Boy Like Me, it was like this hook is just so great, and it kind of explains where I'm at in my life right now, and it's just a rocker. I can already see people singing along in the crowd, which is what it's all about. So.
Oh, that's really exciting. So you have this new song. I guess what's next? What's coming up after this new song?
Well, we have so much, we have so much that we want to do, and it's we want to be able to get out and play. We want to be able to feed people new music more often. And, it's kind of this new way of consuming music. It's not the way that I grew up. I mean, I grew up going to buy CDs and sound waves in Grand Prairie, Alberta, every Tuesday. For when I went to voice and guitars lessons, I'd save up $20 and go buy a CD. But it's like people listen to music a lot differently than it was when I was growing up, and so it's really kept me on my toes, and it's really exciting. We've got just a ton of new music that I've been writing, and we've had time to write, and so it's been a really cool thing, and I'm just excited to get this music out there. I'm super excited about this song, and I think it's just going to be awesome. It's going to do really well for us up there.
So do you have any plans to play any live shows? I mean, we're still pretty restricted here in Alberta. I think we can have 10 people outside for outdoor gatherings, but I think it's a little bit different where you are. Is that right?
It is so different. It's literally night and day. It's the exact opposite. My hope for Alberta and Canada up there is that it turns around as quickly as it did here in the U.S. because as soon as we hit the 70% vaccine, it literally turned on a dime. It was just like it was like a switch was flipped and everything was back to normal. So there are certain still like kind of small restriction type stuff in certain places, but for the most part, we're wide open. I went up to I was really close to Canada. I went up to New York this last weekend, and played a show, and we were in Connecticut and New York this weekend. And so it's been really cool to be able to, here in the US, we're still, trying to get people to know who Aaron Goodvin is. And so it's a little bit of a different headspace as far as, going out there and kind of hitting it as hard as possible to get people to know my music as much as possible. But it's it certainly has opened up down here. We're so excited about that. I mean, like, I would go play for those 10 people in Alberta. So, like, that's kind of my mentality. I wish I could go up there and do that. And but I have a feeling, I have a feeling it's going to turn around really quick, and we'll get back to what it is that, I feel that I'm meant to do, which is just be on stage. And I love writing songs and making records and making music, and I seem to be all right at it. But what I really do it for is to be out there on stage. So, we can't wait to come back. And, we're just, as soon as that quarantine's over and we can actually come up there, I think we'll be up there ASAP. So.
For sure. So do you have any specific plans to come to Canada, or is that still all up in the air? Kind of,
it's all, I mean, it's really all up in the air, but I will say that, we are ready to rock as soon as we get the word. So, so as soon as, it is safe to do so and we can keep everybody safe, we will be up there. I can say that for sure.
Well, we look forward to that. So it's feeling like summer here in Cochrane. I mean, we're pushing almost 30-degree temperatures, which is pretty unheard of for the beginning of June. You're an Alberta boy originally. What's your kind of go-to barbecuing meal?
Oh man, I'm kind of a burger guy for the most part. I love a good cheeseburger.
And what about
just love a good cheeseburger?
Okay, yeah, that's a perfect meal. And what about Friday night plans? Growing up in Alberta, what's a typical Friday night in Alberta, and then what's a typical Friday night now for you?
Yeah, I mean, we grew up. I mean, my family always used to get together and find any excuse to get together, and we would listen to country music and play some guitars around the campfire. And that's basically how I grew up. I mean, I grew up smelling like campfire all the time. So, that would be a typical Friday night. Now a typical Friday night, during COVID has been like, V and I kind of settling in and watching some Netflix or HBO Max or Hulu or whatever. That I think we have all the streaming services. So, we've definitely caught up on a lot of movies and TV shows, and so that's been kind of what it's been lately. So.
Oh, that sounds great, Aaron. Anything else that you want to say to your fans here in the Cochrane area?
I just want to say thank you for listening to the music and loving the music, and we cannot wait to come back up there.
We can't wait to host you, and we really want you to pop by the station once you're able to do that.
I know. I really need to do. I don't think I've ever been there, so we need to make that happen.
Sounds perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Lauren. Have a great day.